Hello again, this is Blunty. I have literally just walked out of the store with a brand new iPod Nano 5th generation. In case you didn't know, this one comes with a video camera built into it, which is what I'm recording on right now. Straight out of the box, ready to go. I'm recording, I'm literally just walked out of the store and I'm already recording a video on it. From what I can tell, so far just watching back what I've recorded, try not to get run over on the street here, it seems to work pretty well. At least as well as like the flip video camera, which is one of the most popular sort of little handheld take anywhere party type video cameras. I actually own one myself and use it as a sort of backup video camera. I think it's tiny. I mean, it's the same size as the previous generation iPod Nano, slightly bigger screen, and of course with the video camera, built-in microphone, built-in speaker, so you can review your videos on the go without needing headphones and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to head back home, check this out, record a bit more here and there just for review purposes, and give it the once over on a video review. So here, coming up next, the next edit point, a bit of video from it, in my opinion. Alright, so I'm home again and I've had a bit of a play. I'll put it back into its package there just so you can see, how it comes in the package. It is identical to the previous version's packaging, so not very interesting there. You've got these little clippy things that you just gotta get him out of. I hate that thing. I don't know why Apple uses it. So, oh, come on Apple, you're so well known for good packaging. What's going on? Here we go. Start here. Yeah, I already know about that. Got little dock, so if you've got a universal dock, you've got a little holder there for your Nano. I don't think that came with the previous version. I bought the previous version, either I lost the dock or I never noticed it came with one, whatever. We've got the new headphones, well, relatively new headphones. These ones, of course, have the little controller on them. No, they don't. What's going on, Apple? These don't have the little remote control that you get on the standard set of iPhones these days. The one earphones, one with the controller. That's my iPhone one. They just give you a stock standard set without the little controller on it. That's a bit slick. I don't like that very much. And of course, the USB dock connector cable. Okay, that's fine. I'll sweep all that off to the side. Here's what we're really interested in. So this is the 5th generation iPod Nano. And looky there. Camera, microphone, and speaker built in there somewhere. There's no actual speaker holes, so I'm not sure where the noise comes out, but it works pretty well. Just to give you a comparison, this is a new finish, by the way. It's sort of polished anodized aluminium, and just to give you a comparison, this is the previous generation Nano. So the colour's not quite as rich, not quite as deep, kind of hard to see on the camera here, but if you hold them in person it's quite distinct, and these look a hell of a lot better, although shinier, fingerprint magnet, scratches easier to see, but these things are built tough. I mean, this thing I've had for a while. I use it as a field recorder and I've treated it fairly roughly, and there's not a mark on it, so I'm pretty confident in how well Apple put these things together. So you can also see here, if I turn on the screens you can see it a bit easier, the screen on the new 5th generation Nano is a little bit bigger. So you've got a wide screen. Is it? No, it looks almost 16 by 9, I would say. Aspect ratio, so you're watching your movies and stuff on there on the go. That's fine. That's all we need from that guy. We'll put it on the side. So as you can see here, you've got all your standard iPod stuff, same as all the other ones that have come before it. Well, relatively recent ones with new software. So you got your music, videos, podcast, radio, video camera, that's new, extras, games, all that sort of stuff. This one also has a pedometer built in, so if you care about staying fit, I guess you're interested in that. Not me, but whatever. What I'm really interested in is the video camera, of course. This is, the reason why I picked this up, because I'm a video guy, and having something this tiny, slim and small, just as an ever handy video camera. I mean, I've got my iPhone 3GS that's got a video on it as well, and I've got some comparison footage between the two I'll show you in a moment, but for now let's just have a look here. So we'll load up the video camera. Loads up nice and quick. The only problem is the position of that lens I'm not sure about, because you load that camera up like that, your hand's right over it. However, it does have built-in rotation. So if we go that way, you can see a little time counter there moves up to the corner, so we're taking landscape mode there. But you can also go upside down, upside down. So then you can sort of grab it like that and not worry about hindering that lens. So they have thought about it a little bit, which is cool. You can go the other way as well. So any which way you want to hold it, you're good to go on your video camera. The lens on it is slightly wider than the iPhone, and here's some comparison footage. So you can see there, This, I'm holding them sort of right next to each other, so the lenses are, you know, merely centimeters apart, and you should be seeing the same sort of view. You can tell on the iPod Nano 5th generation, the lens is ever so slightly wider than the one that's built into the iPhone camera. But you do not get autofocus with the Nano, but you know, that's fine. It's a tiny little camera, and for the kind of duties you're going to be putting this to, a fixed focus lens is absolutely fine as far as I'm concerned. I've not had a problem with it. Now, as you can, this is all footage. What you're seeing now is all footage taken with the iPhone, the iPod Nano 5th generation. And as you can see, it's all lovely, crisp and clear. You've got lots of detail there, not a lot of compression artifacts. Although by the time this gets up to YouTube, it might introduce more. Or, yeah, it's hard to tell. But take it from me, from looking at the raw footage on the computer, very little motion blur, very little grain, even in sort of quite a dark room, which is a big problem for a lot of, you know, these cheapo handheld pocket-sized cameras. You often get grain and motion blur and stuff. If the scene is particularly dark, you can get some slowdown of frame rate, but as far as I'm concerned, that's better than filling it with grain and boosting the auto gain and all that sort of stuff, and winding up with a horrible picture. I'm okay with dropping a few frames here and there, as long as the picture is nice, crisp and sharp, which is what it stays like on the Nano, which I'm quite happy about, to be perfectly honest with you. If you press and hold the center button here, you'll get a whole range of other video effects that come up, and not even the iPhone has these. So we've got X-ray, we've got sepia, black and white, then we're getting some fun ones. We've got thermal camera, sort of cyborg vision there, film grain, security camera, and all these kaleidoscope, mirror, bulge, you know, distortion type effects, light tunnel, all that sort of stuff. But let's just go back up here to cyborg. That's kind of pretty cool, actually. Most of these effects you can do sort of in post-production, except for this one. This one's, you know, pretty complicated, I guess. Most of these are going to be fairly gimmicky, really. What you really want to do is take your video raw and then put any effects you want onto it in your editing suite afterwards. That way you've always got, you know, a pure raw set of footage for afterwards. If you're just doing something sort of quick and simple and you know the sort of effect you want, you know, go ahead, fine. But I don't think I will be using these particular effects too often, but they could be a little bit of fun. You also might have been able to hear in the intro and some of the clips here where I've let the sound play when I've not been yammering on like a gibbering technology gadget guru idiot. The microphone is actually surprisingly good for a tiny little hole in the back of the iPhone now. It's captures a lot of bass, it's not too bad. You get a little bit of wind noise, that sort of crap, but most little cameras will do that. I mean, you know, if you want to reduce that, you're going to need a bigger mic with a nice big windscreen and all that sort of stuff on it, so that's not a big deal. This, you know, the type of stuff that you're going to do with this camera is, you know, when you're buggering about with your friends at the beach and at parties and all that sort of stuff, so it's not really going to be an issue. It's just for those happy stuff. So, I mean, if you want, you know, to make movies, you're not going to be using a little iPod Nano if you're, you know, serious about it. Now, just to give you a comparison here, now that we've had a look at some of the footage, this is the flip camera. This is the original version of the flip camera. They've come out with a few different versions. They're all about the same size, and you might all be familiar with it. Little flash-based camera. Same resolution as the iPod Nano takes, which is 640 by 480 at up to 30 frames per second, which is perfectly usable for online video. I would have preferred high def, but you know, if you put a high def sensor in something this small, you're going to get a small sensor size, you're going to get grain and all that sort of problem. So 640 by 480 is probably the best compromise at this stage of technology. But look at this. This thing used to be my emergency camera, my take everywhere camera, my just in case camera used to come with me in my pocket. Look how bulky this thing looks compared to the Nano. It's huge. It's massive. Okay. Now, compare carrying that round, you know, just for those just-in-case moments, to carrying this around. You'll never, ever notice this thing in your pocket. It is that small and light. It is, you know, exactly the same dimensions as the previous Nano. And, as far as I can tell, the same weight. So this, from here on in addition to my iPhone 3GS, you know, if I want to save a bit of battery power, because I'm often using the Wi-Fi and internet and Twitter and all that sort of stuff on my iPhone, I can use this to take some video instead of draining my battery on my iPhone, I guess. But yeah, in those situations where you're, you know, a bit scared about dropping your expensive iPhone 3GS or whatnot, taking video, this is going to be my bash around camera, my you know, gripping onto it as you're on a bloody roller coaster ride or something, or you know, that kind of thing. Because these completely solid, built tough, built to last. It's Apple. And, you know, it's cheap as chips. I mean, this was 199 American, 199 Australian, 179 American, I think. Well, you go to your local Apple store or whatever and you'll find out. But, you know, it's not a big thing if somehow this winds up under a truck or something. You know, it's not a huge, you know, $1,500 video camera. And like, take it from me, like I said, I've really punished the old one. And it looks, you know, almost new out of the box. So I'm full of confidence and win with this sort of thing, and you know, the fixed focus lenses works pretty well. You can't quite see it on the camera here, but anyway, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I would this is going to be a YouTuber's best friend, I think. This is the new default camera for a lot of YouTubers. I think everyone's going to run out and grab these. We're going to get a lot of videos uploaded from it. Of course, you can't upload directly to it. It doesn't have Wi-Fi or anything. You have to transfer it to computer, either if you're on a Windows machine, it'll go to your My Videos folder through iTunes, or if you're on a Mac, iPhoto does a beautiful job of importing it, all nice and easy and organising. Love it. I recommend it. I like it. I'm happy. I'm full of joy. I'm recommending it. Blunty's recommendation. The new Nano, 5th generation with video. I'm enjoying it. I love it. Alright, so I'm Blunty. This has been my review of the new iPod Nano, 5th generation iPod Nano with built-in video camera, which I'm very excited about. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.